Late Night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Let's be beastly to the Germans when our victory is ultimately won. It was just those nasty Nazis who persuaded them to fight, and their Beethoven and Bach are really far worse than their bite. Let's be meek to them and turn the other cheek to them and try to bring out their latent sense of fun. Let's give them full air parity and treat the rats with charity, but don't let's be beastly to the Hun. We must be kind And with an open mind, we must endeavour to find a way to let the Germans know that when the war is over, they are not the ones who have to pay. We must be sweet and tactful and discreet, and when they've suffered defeat, we mustn't let them feel upset or ever get the feeling that we're cross with them or hate them. Our future policy must be to reinstate them. Don't let's be beastly to the Germans when we've definitely got them on the run. Let us treat them very kindly, as we would a valued friend. We might send them out some bishops as a form of lease and lend. Let's be sweet to them and day by day repeat to them that sterilization simply isn't done. Let's help the dirty swine again to occupy the Rhine again, but don't let's be beastly to the Hun.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Brexit is great. I am here for, well, an hour and 45 minutes. I'll be talking for, getting paid exactly the same as if it were a 3-hour show. My name, Iain Lee. Who that lady?
Catherine Boyle, and I could get used to this.
Taking back control and sticking up my butt. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, I tell you what, for the first 45 minutes... I can't invoice them for this.
You can.
Okay, I will. First 45 minutes, we'll take calls straight to air.
We'll give back control to you.
7-second delay. Don't swear, don't be libelous, and please don't be dull. Good evening, line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
You missed rule 3. It's a very important one. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. The way it works is you phone up. Normally you'd speak to Sam, but Sam's been very, very busy this evening, and so sit back, relax. Instead, you'll phone up. We don't call you back. You'll hear like a little cheeky... It's not cheeky at all. I don't know why I said that. You'll hear a very uncheeky recorded message. And then you'll hear me say line whatever, you're on the air. When you hear me say that, just say hello, because it could be you, dear listener. You can call in about absolutely anything you want. You don't have to talk about the thingy-bob if you don't want to. If you want to, you're welcome to, but you don't have to talk about the thingy-bob. We really are the late-night alternative. Everybody now will be dissecting what has happened. What has happened is... it's a legal thing. It's like a divorce. You get divorced, but then one day you get a letter through the post going, you're actually divorced now. You go, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, all right, yeah. That's it. That's all that's happened. Nothing has changed. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Iain.
Hello, Line 1.
Hello. Bollocks to Brexit.
Thank you very much indeed. I've got to say, the people that won are very, very angry. Very angry. Rach says, you total idiot, there'll be more investment from abroad and more good jobs.
What now?
Okay, I mean, good. That's great news. Let's go to line 3. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Okay, now I'll try.
You've got to pay attention to the rules. Don't swear, don't be libelous, don't be dull. It's really simple. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Iain and Kath.
Hello, line 4.
Hello, Iain and Kath.
Is this a recording?
No?
Oh, I think you are. What day is it?
It's Saturday where I am and Friday where you are.
Okay, fine. This is not a recording. This is an actual live human being.
We're talking across the space-time continuum, that's what it is.
Can we stop for a second? I think I've said too much already. Catherine, why don't you talk to this caller?
Because you're being paid more than me for less work.
What would you like to talk about, caller?
It's Richard, the 50-year-old guy who phoned up last week to say he was doing a stand-up course in Melbourne.
Said he was doing... It's a terrible...
A stand-up course in Melbourne, remember?
Oh, the stand-up course in Melbourne guy, Richard. Oh, my word. How's it gone?
Yeah. It was brilliant, thanks. Loved it. Learned a lot.
And
they seem to like me.
There you go. And you did a performance at the end of it?
Yeah, Thursday night over here I did a performance. It went down really well.
It went down really... Well, here's the thing as well. Stand-up course, you learn more than just kind of the mechanics of doing stand-up. I think you learn a lot about yourself. You learn confidence. You learn where your fear parameters are. it's more than just learning how to write and tell jokes, I think. But do you think it's something you'd like to pursue? Because the world, I've been saying this for so long, the world needs more stand-ups.
Absolutely, and more stand-ups like me, middle-aged white man. Yeah,
middle-aged white man telling jokes. Middle-aged white man, he hates folks.
There just aren't enough of those.
There's not enough of those guys.
No, I loved it. It was a great experience.
Good. I'm really, really pleased. Well done. Congratulations. Thank you. And thanks for sharing that with us. Went to Australia to do a stand-up comedy course. I mean, they do them in North London, but buys the buy. What line was that, 4 or 5?
Dunno.
Okay, well then we'll go to line 5. Good evening, line 5.
Life with the amoebas, no one can see us because we're small. We're very, very, very small. Mum is dad and there's baby. We're a one-cell family. We're on your television set.
Okay, you knew that song.
Yeah.
I don't know that song.
I think it's from a kids' TV programme.
I imagined it was, but I didn't know it.
Well, I did.
Okay. I was hoping...
It went more like this. Life with the amoebas, you can't see us 'cause we're small. There's mum, dad and the baby.
Guy just sang
We're a
it.
one-cell
The guy-
family. He didn't really sing it though, did he?
By the way, listen, if you won, congratulations. Don't gloat. If you lost, it's fine. It's fine. We're still having a laugh, aren't we? Aren't we? Aren't we, line 6? You're on the wireless?
Howdy.
Too windy. I learnt a lot. We had David Babcock doing a bit of the show the other day, and I liked his balls. I really liked his balls. Someone phoned up pretending they wanted to talk about gender, and David Babcock said, "No, you don't, and you're boring. Go to bed." So I haven't been that direct since I first started at LBC.
That's precisely the northern surliness you tell me off for.
Well, because let's go to line 1. 1, you're on the wireless.
This is the hard rock anthem with me, MC Agstar.
Yes, man! Friday night! Woo!
People like Brexit, other MCs they can't ever test it before direct and ever so nifty. You will get triggered like Arsenal Pisty.
Here we go. This is a banging Friday night. It's banging. The reason I thought we'd do straight to air is A, because I'm lazy. B, because people are feeling weird. It's weird. It's weird. Some people are really, really excited and happy. Some people are really, really sad and depressed.
a lot of people are still really angry.
A lot of people on both sides are angry. The people that some of the people are angry that won. Some of the people that won are angry. Some of the people that lost are angry. I'm not that bothered. I've kind of been thinking, why am I not that bothered? I voted Remain. We didn't win. For a while, it looked like we might get another referendum. For a long time, I've been saying, well, we should probably do it. You know, we should probably leave. People voted for it. I'm not really that bothered. Catherine, whereabouts do you... I believe you have a similar...
Yeah.
To me.
I mean, the people in charge aren't the people I would have picked. I've got to suck that one up, so...
Have you? So here's the thing. If you won, that's great. Don't gloat. If you lost, that's all right. We'll have a laugh. Don't be mean. Let's just get on and have a laugh. We can still have fun. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Barnaby, the bear's my name. Never call me Jack or Jane. I'm on my way to fame. Barnaby, the bear's my name.
And also, straight to air is great. Thank you, Line 1. Because when people are in a weird mood, when it's a full moon, or there's been a major incident, you know, like a tragedy, or like a huge sporting victory, people's brains just go a little bit funny. They feel like they want to express themselves, but they don't necessarily know how to express themselves. So straight to air is great because I don't need to know your name, don't need to know where you're from, you don't have to have a sensible point to make. You don't have to add something to the discussion that's been missed so far. You don't have to do that. 5 Live, you'll have to do that. Oh, my God, imagine the state of LBC right now. But here, right now, on Talk Radio, for the next hour and a half, you can just let it out in any way you see fit. If you want to talk about what's happened, you know what? You can. We're not going to block it. It's a big thing. Maybe you want to phone up and celebrate. Maybe you want to phone up and commiserate. Maybe you want to be like me and go, whatever.
Just whatever you do, don't be boring about it.
Do not be boring. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Line 3, you're on the wireless. Hello? Hello? No, line 3. Okay, sometimes... well, at least the phones seem to be consistently working, which is not what they were doing before. Let's try line 4. You're on the wireless. Hello? Hello? Okay, fine. Well, I think the batteries ran out. You look disappointed.
I mean, as mashups go, wasn't the smoothest.
Wasn't the smoothest. It's Friday. I had a great afternoon with my boys. Picked them up from school, saw one of them playing sports, picked them up from school, took them out for a KFC, second KFC they've ever had, and we had a laugh. And I was really famous in the KFC. There were some schoolgirls banging on the window. Can we have a picture? And I went, yeah, of course you can. But so they started to do a selfie through the window, and I went, oh, no, I'll come out. I'll come out and have a picture with you. And then there were some other schoolgirls that recognised me and giggled. Then the woman inside went, are you in the jungle? I said, yes. She went, you're a politician, aren't you? I went, yeah, sure.
Politician.
I said, how dare you? How dare you? And then we did a little bit of stuff on the computer. My 10-year-old's learning to edit on the computer. And then we played this really funny video game. I've got to try and remember the title of it. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Iain, Kath, they're launching fireworks where I live. I'm scared. Thank you all.
Thank you very much indeed. They can be very, very scary, the fireworks, but they cannot, if you stay indoors, they cannot hurt you unless they smash through a window and kill you. That could, or they get stuck in your back door and they burn your house down.
Or they come down your chimney.
So actually, probably sensible to be scared. I would surround yourself with buckets of water and sand, would be my thing. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
Hi Ian, how are you tonight?
I'm on top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since you, line 2, have been around. Your love has put me on the top of the world.
Well, that's really good to hear, Ian.
Thank you, mate.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
What I want to talk about tonight is fireworks. I've been mugged off tonight, properly mugged off.
Uh-oh.
Let off 4 fireworks after 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Bloody police came round.
Yep.
UK law, not allowed to let off fireworks.
Well,
I think we should take back control from the UK law.
Right? Hang on a minute, you want to Brexit
I've had enough. I've had enough of this.
He wants to Brent her.
I've been totally mugged off.
So what are we going to do, my friend? How do we change this?
I want a referendum right now. I want Boris Johnson to commit to this, because it's bloody awful.
So you want a referendum on fireworks? Or going back into Europe?
Sorry, I cracked then.
It's upsetting. I know, you must be... Fireworks are so damn expensive.
Emotional, yeah.
So do you want a referendum on fireworks or going back into Europe?
No, I want to sort out these UK bureaucrats taking over our lives, right?
Thank you very much.
It's the high-pitched laugh that goes with it. Such a deep voice.
Oh my God, this is going to be a hell of a show. I wish we could reverse the last bit. If you've got a blank tape, put it in the cassette player now and press record, dear listener, because this is going to be one to keep. This is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Cat's gone for a slash. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We're going straight to air. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing your last whistle, give a whistle. And guess who?
Sounds like someone's been murdered in the background.
Hey, always look for
Jesus. This is awful.
Always
I'd rather have the Farage speech playing than this. That's animal cruelty, and that's something we will not condone on the Late Night Alternative. We will not condone that. Animal cruelty is a no-no. A no-no. A 9-9. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Straight to air is good because you can be who you want to be. You can be anonymous. You can phone up and make silly noises. And it's weird. It's a weird vibe. There's a strange... it's a strange vibe. It's a weird thing. You know, so... I hope you are listening. I hope you're listening. Because I know a lot of our listeners would have tuned in at 10, heard that we weren't on, thought that we weren't coming on, and maybe naffed off somewhere. But we will sit here until 1 o'clock, till Martin Kellner comes in, and we will talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's that simple. It can be heavy, it can be light, it can be daft, it can be silly, it can be fun. So I've got... Oh, this game I was playing. It's playing it on the Xbox. I might need some help with this, Sam. It's really stupid. The graphics aren't great. And you're like these sort of rubbery people and you have to fight. You're like these rubbery dudes. It's called like Gang Beasts. Gang Beasts. Have you played it? Isn't it ridiculous?
It's just bizarre.
I don't know how to play it, though. So I'm playing it with my kids, and you're like these sort of jelly people, and you can pick people up, but then you can't throw them, but you can kind of headbutt them, and you've got to throw them off buildings and things.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's funny, though. It's a Gang Beasts. All right, is it quite a new game?
No, I think it's been out for a couple of years.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's one of those that... Well, it might only have been out a couple of years because I think it was in early access for quite a while.
Right, okay.
But, yeah.
I might have to get... We would play... you should get it for the girls.
Well, it's like,
I haven't got an Xbox.
Have you seen Human Fall Flat? It's pretty much the same thing, but instead of fighting, it's that you walk around the level and you've got to help each other out. I
couldn't do that. It was too... I tried it on the Switch. It was too complicated. I'm not very... You can get it on PlayStation as well, Catherine. Oh. And I think you should get it because it's funny. And me and the boys just howling with laughter. And then me and one of the boys would team up with against the other boy. And then it would be like, I'm holding you, Daddy! I'm holding you! I'll let you go, Daddy! Funny, man. Video games, because I play a lot of Call of Duty and stuff, but video games where you're playing with people in the same room and you laugh. You just laugh. It's good fun. Isn't it? Line 1.
Iain, I phoned up for your forgiveness. I came on your show about a year ago and I wasn't very honest and I lied. And I've phoned up for your forgiveness. Will you forgive me?
I don't know what the lie was.
Well, you did a game guessing the colours of dustbins in different regions throughout the UK.
Yeah.
And I came up with a weird one like aubergine, and you said, how on earth did you get that? I did lie. I did cheat. And I want to get your forgiveness, please.
Right, okay. My initial reaction is to say no, okay? But I am a better human being than that. I tend not to go with my initial knee-jerk reaction, okay? Because that is generally wrong.
Thank you.
It's based on emotion and not on intellect. So we go to my second reaction. Now, I've had time to process it and think about it. And the answer is still no, you absolute scumbag! Get out of here, you piece of trash! Well, I remember that game.
The brass neck of the man.
Absolute. What a scumbag.
Do you know what hurts the most? I trusted him.
That disgusts me. This disgusts me. This show is based on honesty and on trust. And without either of those things, this show is just pebbles and dust in the midnight sun. So, no! Never call me again, you act. Tell you what, call me in a year. Call me in a year and we'll chat then. I don't know. I know, Catherine, but I'm a better man than you, Gunga Din. Who was Gunga Din?
I think the servant.
Oh, really?
And he was a better man.
Gunga Din was
Gunga Din was the better man.
I'm a better man than Gunga Din.
No.
Well, he's dead, so I'm winning. I'm winning that. 1-0. 1-0. Me versus Gunga Din, 1-0. Give me another category. Me versus Gunga Din.
Being called Gunga Din.
1-1. Okay. Fair play. Credit where it's due. Okay. Give me another category.
Having a name that rhymes with Munga Min.
2-1 in his favour. We're going to stop this game because actually I think it's racist. I think Catherine's being racist, and I will not allow that. Not on my... We've had... So far on tonight's show, 35 minutes in, we've had animal cruelty and racialism. Sounds like a winner to me. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. By the way, a few people on Twitter going, I don't want to phone in with something heavy. Phone in with whatever you want. I'm rocking and a rolling, rocking and a reeling Barbara Ann right this very second. But you know how this show works. We can top and tail any time you want. We're based on clunky gear changes. Aren't we? Line 4.
Hello, Ian. Hello, Kath.
Hello.
I think a possible cause of cancer might be an irregularly operating pituitary gland.
Is this a call from the Cancer Research Lab?
You just got the results back from the experiments you've been conducting. I don't know what a pituitary gland is.
It's the hormone that governs growth in the body.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, all the people I know who've died of cancer had features about them that were not.
I'm not laughing at those that you've lost, but I would not do such a thing.
No,
but
they had uneven growth characteristics.
I'm laughing at the sheer bollocks you're spouting right now, sir. But
okay,
yeah, but I know loads of people. I don't know loads. I know a handful of people that have died of cancer that didn't have growth defects.
Okay.
Thanks for your call. Let's go to... I feel we just shot down that guy's eureka moment in flames, and maybe that was cruel of us.
But we haven't seen his data.
Line 5, you're on the wireless.
How you doing, Ian?
Yeah, good, man. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah, man, what's going on? What have you... Listen, before I allow you on my show, you must answer 3 questions. Do you accept the challenge?
I do.
Number 1, what did you have for your tea tonight?
Where's that?
What did you have for your tea tonight?
Sorry, I can't understand that.
What did you have for your tea tonight?
Nothing.
Question 2.
It's all.
Question 2. What was the first CD that you bought?
Iron Maiden.
Question 3. What is your favourite biscuit?
A Jaffa Cake.
I'm afraid a Jaffa Cake's not a biscuit. We can't get to your point. Sorry about that. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Someone, a guy called Brian Robinson, has just posted on my Facebook page. I can say his name because he's posted it publicly, and I've just looked at his Twitter feed, and he retweets Mike Graham and talks about Big Pharma and salutes Sir Nige. This is from Brian, 16 minutes ago. What an attention-seeking twat you are, Ian.
Gosh.
You interrupt, you browbeat callers, and you sound as though you're taking amphetamines. How does the feminine...
Oh, hang on, I like this
and
bit.
intelligent Catherine put up with you? I'd love to eat... No, I guess she knows more about you than I do. I'm listening to your Tigger-like noisy twattishness live for the last time. Grow up. Get help. Here's the thing. Catherine, who's the best character in Winnie the Pooh?
Tigger.
Thank you. And also, people say grow up like an insult.
Grow up.
No, I won't. I won't. I've spent a wicked afternoon with an 8 and a 10-year-old. I'm not growing up.
Also, Brian, can I just put a feminine, intelligent point to you? Who's listening to who now?
And Brian is still listening. Now Brian's got a dilemma, right?
You're giving us attention.
Brian's got a dilemma, right? Because he wants to reply, okay? But if he replies on my Facebook page, then that tells me that he's definitely listening, right? Yeah. And if he doesn't reply, well, then there's a chance that he's not listening. We know he is listening, right? Is he going to reply? Or is he going to pretend he's not listening and not reply? Brian Robinson, it's over to you.
And also, yes, I do know more about Iain than you do. I know more about Iain than most people do.
We're mates. Line 1, you're on the wireless. Thank you very much indeed. No more
French fighting dogs.
No more of that filth. Imagine them humping that princess, though.
She's a cat.
I don't have a problem with that because I don't see...
Wasn't she?
No, she
One
was
of them was. Milady was a cat, wasn't she?
No, she was a dog. Well, we all know that that dogs are male and cats are female. That goes without saying. I don't have a problem with mixed race relationships.
Can you get a dog-cat cross? Because that would answer an age-old problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's called a cog. Right, let's go. You know that. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
How do?
Yes, sir.
How are you?
What you got for us?
Oh, it's still a bit windy. I apologise.
Okay, well, let's get to the point as quickly as we can, and if the wind gets too much, I will cut you off.
It was just more for the fact of the British government deciding that because the first votes counted are in Sunderland, that they did a thing in Sunderland.
I thought that was a nice touch. I thought that was a nice touch. They did like a sort of like a parliament in Sunderland because they voted leave first. I thought that was a nice touch.
It was well to a degree, but then obviously Sunderland are always the first ones to get the results in, whether it's
Sunderland are great. Sunderland is efficient. Let's all in fact, we should all move to Sunderland. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, no! I am close to Sunderland, and it's not a pleasant place.
Oh, listen to Pablo dissing. How dare you diss a region? People live there. People love there. People make love there. People work there. People strive to improve their lives there. Don't be so snobbish. You're the liberal elite that I've read so much about in my right-wing papers.
True. As I tried to explain to James Whale earlier, that people who are in the North East aren't automatically Brexit-based, which seems to be the...
I mean, I don't have the stats on me, but they mainly voted to leave, didn't they?
Well, no, in the North East generally, we voted to remain.
But there were more... Oh, Jesus. Here's the thing. Do you know what?
Live.
I don't care. It's happened. It's done. Who cares? It's done. Why are you even talking about... Those stats are irrelevant. It's done. It's done.
Well, my only...
Thanks very much for your call. It's done. Kath, come back.
God.
Come back, Kath. Catherine, come back. Boom, boom,
Sapping
boom,
my
boom.
will to live.
Catherine, come back.
Anyway, we did say you can talk about it, but don't be boring. Oh.
Nope, this is the wrong song.
Oh, it could have been so beautiful.
Here we go. There we go. Nope.
It's the same.
Wrong song, different key. What's Baby Come Back called then? Baby Come Back.
Was that not Pat O'Banton?
No, it wasn't. It was the Equals. 1968 had Eddie Grant in them.
Bye, bye, bye,
I don't care.
bye,
I don't
bye,
care who sang it. I want to know what the song is called. Maybe it's this. Hang on. Here we go. This is it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You missed it. Back. You missed it. Baby, come back.
I didn't miss it.
You did.
All right, here we go.
Pay attention.
I will. I'm paying attention. Paying very close attention. Yeah. All this just so I can go, Catherine, come back. That's all. I mean, this is.
I'm already here. You don't need to sing
I know,
anything.
but I feel committed to the gag now. Here we go. Come back!
You missed it.
Come back! Catherine, come back! We're in. Come back! I mean, it's absolutely pointless. Let's go to... Tell you what, take some phone calls. It's a phone-in show, and I know we're the only show on the station that gets calls, but that's by the by. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Catherine. It's Lacy.
Hello, Lacy.
Do you know who you sound like, Lacy?
Who?
We got 550, we got 600, we got 700 for the cow, we got 800, we got 1,000, we got 1,000, we got 1,001, we got 1,001, we got going, go. You sound like the American cow sellers.
Thank you very much. My voice isn't too good tonight, I'm afraid.
Well, it sounds great. You sound like an American cow seller.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know the auction men? Yeah, we got 65, those guys. Am I making that up? They're real people, right?
Yeah.
They go, 85, lady in the hat, gone.
Sam, do you know who we're talking about?
Yeah, isn't it the guys that, you know, they go, when we go to the rear, we go to the rear, this is the father, God.
He knows. Did you know who we're talking about, Lacy?
I do, yes.
How do they go?
Sold. That also sounded like French kisses.
Oh, sorry. No, Ian, please, and Catherine, on a serious note.
Yes.
Okay. Right, I'm going to put the phone down because, no, my voice is not very good tonight.
Your voice is great. Go on, what you got? We're listening.
Right. You know this virus that's going around?
Have you got
China?
it? The coronavirus?
The coronavirus? No, I haven't got it.
Good.
But if you've got Dettol surface spray, you are protected. Because if you look at the back of the Dettol surface spray, it says Corona human virus.
Wow.
Does it written out? Right, serious. Does it?
Serious.
We need to phone China and tell them. It says Corona.
Yes, I'm stating a fact. Yes.
Yeah, I've just checked it out.
Flip it. Don't drink it. Don't drink it. But certainly spray your work surfaces with it.
Yes, but seriously, don't you think there's some, like, conspiracy? If it's on the...
So that we buy Dettol?
Surface spray, yeah, it's been on there for a few years. Because I looked in my cupboard for an old one, and it says it's actually the same.
Are you saying that Dettol are working in conjunction with the Chinese?
Possibly.
Well, Dettol and China aren't here to speak for themselves.
But if they're saying corona virus is a new disease, or how can it be?
I don't know if they've said it's a new disease, have they? Have they said it's a new disease?
Don't know.
Well, hang on, you said they did say that.
But I'm not 100%.
Well, I tell you what, we'll pass it on to the Talk Radio Science Department, and we'll get them to investigate.
No, I just thought that, you know, I mean, it's
2003.
weird, isn't it? You know,
Kath just said 2003, Lacy. I don't know what that relates to, but
That's when they first discovered it.
Dettol.
Coronavirus.
They had it in the 70s.
Coronavirus.
Do you remember when in the 70s how stupid we were? That you were not supposed to... Do you remember this, Lacy? We got taught at school, and our parents got leaflets on not putting bleach in lemonade bottles. Do you remember this?
What?
You would get taught not to put bleach in lemonade bottles in case a kiddie saw it and went, "Oh, lovely lemonade, mummy," and then they drank bleach. Do you remember that, Lacy?
Yeah, I do remember.
Who was putting bleach in lemonade bottles?
Who was decanting bleach?
Jeez. Sweet. Thank you, Lacy. We'll give China a call tomorrow. I think it's closed now. Let's go to line 3. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
This is the Millennium Bug all over again. What a disappointment.
I'll give you the Millennium Bug in a minute. Right up your jacksie. He's put the phone down. Of course he has. Just before we could triangulate his position. Put the flipping phone down. Line 5, you're on the wireless.
You know what that is. Eurovision theme.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Line 2, you're on the wireless. We're rattling through how many calls so far, Catherine?
Literally loads.
Okay, wow. Let's see if we can get more. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
I am going to bring it down to earth now.
Oh, here we go. Get ready. But I forgot to pack my parachute. Never mind. Brace. Yes, Alistair.
I'm going through a really shitty period, Ian.
Okay. First question. Have you had a drink?
No.
Great. That is great. How long is it you've been sober now?
Well, nearly 9 months.
Are you sure? I want you to look me in the eye. Look me in the eye.
Yeah.
You sure you've not had a drink? Because you sound a little bit slurry.
No, I've been asleep a lot.
Okay, I like that. I like the sleepy. All right, and I'm sorry to question you again, but I only do it because I care for you, all right?
Yeah.
What's going on, man? Brexit?
No. I've had a real problem with last couple of days.
What's happened?
Held in resentments.
Uh-oh. Go on. Don't mention any names, but what's happening?
Specifically about somebody at one of the AA groups.
It happens.
I found they've been not in the actual meeting time itself, but sort of outside, casual conversations, been so patronising to me.
Now.
And I just makes me feel why are people like that? I don't know.
Well, hang on a minute. You saying patronising? I thought you were going to... that's bad. Right, I can see how that could be upsetting. I did think you were going to say something significantly worse, like they've been bad-mouthing you behind your back or, spreading rumours or stuff. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought it could be, but I can see why that's upsetting. Now, sometimes I have learnt that when sometimes I feel people are patronising me, it can often come from a place of them trying to be helpful. They just don't quite know how to deliver help in the way that I would appreciate it the most.
Yeah, I guess.
Is there any chance that could be the case?
I think it's because this person is fed up with me because I'm trying to do a bit more in service. And
let me stop you there.
Let
me stop you there. Why is that? Why is what that person thinks about you important to you?
Well, exactly. I know I'm being a dick.
No, you're not being a dick. You're being a human being. You're being a human being, and this is one of the great things and one of the really bad things about getting sober is we become human beings again. It's brilliant, but it's also really painful. And then we go, oh yeah, now I remember why I drunk and took drugs because this is hard work. But you haven't got that option, so you now have to go through these feelings. Have you spoken to your sponsor about it?
I'm going to ring him at the weekend. I think, for me, I think what it is, because one of the better things about being sober, I've been able to analyse myself and know me better as a person. And I think it's linking into my very long-laid and ongoing feelings of rejection.
Yep, there you go. There you go.
It's just making me feel really shit at the moment. I'm sorry to swear.
I think you've worked it out yourself. I'm going to give you 3 suggestions.
Okay.
Give your sponsor a call first thing tomorrow morning. Would they be up now?
I don't know. I won't phone now.
I'll tell you. Here's suggestion number 1. When you put the phone down, send them a text.
Yeah.
Send them a text saying, I know it's late. If you're up, I'd love a chat. It's nothing urgent. It can wait till tomorrow if you're not up. Something like that.
Okay.
Suggestion number 2. This is going to sound weird to some of the people who don't know what we get up to in these rooms. Could you possibly try and pray for that person?
Yeah, I can do that.
This is one of the weird things, right? Got a resentment with someone or you hate someone or someone suggested to me, pray for that person. It's tough, man. It's tough, but it kind of lifts in the past it has lifted my bad feelings about certain people.
I've got to forgive, haven't I?
Well, and the third thing is just maybe the next meeting that they're there, just don't speak to them. Don't be rude, but make a point of if you don't go over to them and if they come over to you, say hello and, but be polite. don't engage with them as much.
It's that thing of other people's opinions of you are none of your business. Your reaction to their behaviour is what you can control, right? So, work out your reaction.
I mean, I'm thinking of not going back to that meeting. I've got another one I go to, which is my one I see as my home meeting now.
Okay, on the same day, would there be another meeting that day you could go to?
Yeah.
There would be?
Yes.
Go to, well, go to that. There's no shame in that.
Yeah.
I've not gone back to meetings, because of people, because of the vibe. You know, I'm lucky that we got sober in London, so there's 100 meetings a day. If there's another meeting you can go to that day, go to that. And still speak to your sponsor and still pray for that person.
Yeah.
Alistair, right?
Yeah.
Just think how far you've come, right? You're phoning me and Catherine up saying that the world is falling apart because you're upset because someone is patronising you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Think back to 9 months, 10 months, a year ago. Think back to that.
Yeah.
What you were phoning us up for, what was going on in your life. The progress is incredible, man. It's incredible.
Yeah.
You've come a long way, but you got a long way to go. We've all got a long way to go. But you've got this, man.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing is I've literally just started with the sponsor this week, and therefore that's going to be a good thing to go into the sponsorship process.
I've decided, left a couple of messages for my sponsor the last couple of days, and I've seen I've not opened it yet, but he sent me a little bit of work to do, which I should devour over the weekend. Alistair, listen, we've got to go. Just think what you're phoning up about today, not in any way to demean it, because it's important. And think about what you were phoning up about 9 months ago, 10 months ago, 11, just think about it. You're doing so well, Alistair. Taking calls straight to air on this holy night. This is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Oh, Champs-Élysées. Oh, Champs-Élysées. Au soleil, sous la pluie, à midi ou à minuit, à tout ce que vous voulez aux Champs-Élysées. Je me baladais sur l'avenue, le cœur ouvert à l'inconnu. J'avais envie de dire bonjour à n'importe qui. N'importe qui, ce fut toi. Je t'ai dit n'importe quoi. Il suffisait de te parler pour t'apprivoiser. Oh, Champs-Élysées. Oh, Champs-Élysées. Au soleil, sous la pluie, à midi ou à minuit, à tout ce que vous voulez aux Champs-Élysées. Oula! Tu m'as dit j'ai rendez-vous dans un quart d'heure avec des fous qui vivent la guitare à la main du soir au matin. Alors je t'ai accompagné, on a
A lot happened in the 3 minutes that song was playing. A lot happened. It's a French band called Pamplemousse. Never heard of them before. If you've listened for a while, you'll have heard the song. It's Champs-Élysées by Joe Dassin. And his version is great. It's a great song. But Pamplemousse came up, and they're a great band, and they're there like playing, the girl playing double bass, and there's clarinets, and they're playing the guitars, and there's a cute girl singing, there's a drum. And I'm going, oh, double bass. I could probably play that, because I can play bass guitar. Right? I said, oh, I could probably play that. And Kath laughed.
No, you went, this is cool. This is a cool band.
This is the kind of band I want to be in.
This is the thought process. This is cool. This is a cool band. That's the kind of band I want to be in. Oh, I could play a double bass. I'm going to buy a double bass.
Well, no. Then I Googled how is a double bass strung. If it was strung EADG, like a bass guitar, well, I'm in. And it is. So I might buy... What's a double bass go for these days? Boom, 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 boom.
Turns out you don't need one.
Call straight to air on this holy, holy night. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello there, you're live on Talk Radio. How can we direct your call?
Oh, hi, yeah. I'm actually live on station right now.
You're live on station right now, yes.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to talk about this Brexit issue that's going on right now.
There is no Brexit issue, it's done.
I know that. I just wanted to talk about the aftermath of it.
Well, sorry, I got confused when you said you wanted to talk about the Brexit issue. I do apologise. My mistake for listening to your words. So you want to talk about the aftermath of Brexit, even though it's not really happened yet?
Physically, it's happened, but it... Okay, I understand what you're saying.
It hasn't happened yet, but it's done.
The date's done, but the physicality of it has to happen. What I want to talk to you about...
You're a very, very wise young lady.
I'm not a lady.
I do apologise. Very, very wise young woman.
I'm sorry, young lady. You sound like a young woman as well.
Thanks very much indeed. I take that as a great compliment. What's your problem? You lost. You lost, Snowflake. Get over it. There was a little dump there. A little dumpy dump. Someone was a little bit upset and dropped an F-bomb. Oh, Jesus Christ. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Well, good evening to you, and good evening to Kath. It's Nigel in Temple Fortune. I wanted to say, before I talk quickly about Brexit, that you mentioned EADG for the double bass and the bass guitar.
Yes.
It's also the same strings for a violin.
Oh, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Is it the same for a cello? I can't remember. So long since I played the cello.
No, but I remember when I was at school many moons ago. I played the violin. I remember EADG.
Yeah, you had to have really wiry fingers to play the violin. It's so tiny. So tiny.
And you get a lot of, and you get chin ache and neck ache.
Anyway, tell me about it, Nigel. I've had that recently, I should say. No, I should go. A lot of chin ache and neck ache. Fisherman's friend.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. You don't want to talk about... Nigel, you don't want to talk about Brexit.
Yes.
No. You don't want to talk about...
No, forget it. I was going to say to you that quickly, but...
No.
I want to talk about that.
No, you don't.
I want to mention one thing quickly.
No, you don't want to talk about Brexit, though. Because well, here's the thing, right? Here's what I don't get. They wanted me to come in, and me and Kath to come in and do a 3-hour Brexit show, and I went, do you know what? Nah, there's no point, because what happened at 11 o'clock tonight, it's just a legal thing. It doesn't actually mean anything. Absolutely nothing has changed and won't change for quite a long time, right? So there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about that you couldn't talk about 3 weeks ago or 3 months' time from now. It's done. And what is there to say? Nothing, really. Nothing.
Well, there are two things to say.
But there'll be boring things that won't have any impact on anybody. They won't change anything. They won't make anybody at home change their opinion. They won't have any effect on what actually happens. So, let's just not say it.
Let's look forward to a lovely summer of hot sunshine.
Thank you very much indeed. Now that I can get behind. A lovely summer of hot sunshine. I was really thinking. Today. I was really thinking, what is the point of this job?
Mm-hmm.
A phone-in host, right? Phone-in radio host. What is the point? Because in the traditional mould of a phone-in radio host, a host sits in a studio, if it's independent, not BBC. Okay. A host sits in a studio and elicits opinions from people who have no power or impact. Whatever they say changes nothing. Very, very unlikely it will change anybody else's opinion. And the next person that's coming on is not interested in what that person's saying. They're only interested in what they're going to say. And they won't be interested in what the person after says. And the person after will only be interested in what they've got to say. It changes nothing. So what is the point? I nearly talked myself out of a job. What is the point? This is slightly different. What is the point of a phone-in radio host and a phone-in radio show? It's just to fill time. It's just to pass time until we die. Because no one at home is going, ooh, I wonder what people I've never heard of have got to say on this particular subject. I wonder if they'll agree with me or disagree with me. I'll listen. And no one at home is going, I voted Remain. But hang on a minute. This woman from Crouch End voted to leave, and she's making a really good... Right, I'm changing my mind. Very, very rarely. Very rarely, but hardly ever. This is the most pointless job in the world, is the conclusion I came to. Ours is slightly different. We save lives. But...
I don't think our listeners listen for the opinions of the people that phone in.
They listen for the codes I give out, the 5 codes I give out every night, which tells them where I've stashed a big bag of hallucinogenic drugs each night. Oh, you didn't know we were playing that game? Well, we've been playing it for the last 3 years.
They listen for... Well, let's be honest. They listen...
Because they want to eat your...
Oh, God. There's one. Characters, that's what they listen for.
Whoa, Black Betty, bam-a-lam, whoa, Black Betty, bam-a-lam, Black Betty had a bam-a-lam, the damn thing won't damn, a bam-a-lam, whoa, Black Betty.
There are 2 phases of this show.
Yep.
Some of it is a soap opera. Some of it is a variety show. What a combo.
What a combo. While we think about that, let's be persuaded to buy some stuff.
Oh.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Ring about Pomplamoose, the band. Pomplamoose. They're American. So, Pomplamoose. We're called Pomplamoose, and you can kiss my ass. America. Hi, we're Pomplamoose. There's only 2 of them. The guy with the beard and the cute singer. So, and the guy with the beard is cute, you know.
Everybody's cute.
Pomplamoose is an American musical duo composed of husband and wife multi-instrumentalists Jack Conte and Natalie Dorm. The duo formed in the summer of 2008 and sold approximately 100,000 songs online in 2009. They are known for the viral YouTube videos and covers of popular songs. Okay, all right, well, let's find... Okay, well, let's see if we can find some of their... I'll be the judge of that. Well, I won't be the judge. Pomplamoose. Okay, here we go. So this is good. Let's try Pomplamoose. Okay, here's Pomplamoose. And their song.
Do you remember the 21st night of...
Nope. This is them live. Hang on.
Same.
No, okay, all right, I'm going off them a little bit. Okay. Let's find another song that they did. Pomplamoose. Okay, let's try this. Okay, Pomplamoose. Let's try this. This could be good. Let's try this. Here we go.
Another day.
Nope. Let's try Pomplamoose. Here we go. Here we go. Let's try this. What song is it? It's by Pamplemousse.
Well, it's not.
It's
though,
a
is
cover
it?
version by Pamplemousse.
Is it Dead Ringer for Love?
Close.
Oh, okay.
Steve Wax early down.
Too slow.
It is. Another one bites the dust very slowly.
Okay. All right. We give them one more chance. Okay.
Better be good, man.
Okay. Here we go. Pamplemousse. This is Pamplemousse. Here we go.
Whoa.
Okay, this is the video. It's got acting at the start. Okay.
I hear your voice. It's like an angel.
Oh, Madonna.
One more. We'll try one more. Where are you going?
I just need to have a word with Sam.
Are we in trouble?
No. Someone needs us to give him a ring.
Okay. Let's try this was the last one. Are we in trouble? That's my default. This is my default setting. Are we in trouble? Huh?
Very superstitious.
I've gone off Pamplemousse. I think we struck lucky. We struck lucky. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
Good evening.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
What have you got for us?
I've not been listening tonight, but so I'm not really sure what the tone of the show is, but I just wanted to call you and say a few things, if possible.
I say a little prayer for you. Oh, forever, I need and my love won't come out. I got it. I've got to be there for you now. You want it.
Blimey.
You say whatever you want. Did we do the quarter past break? We did it. Okay. Away you go, caller. It's over to you.
That was a beautiful rendition of that song.
Thank you very much indeed. Compliments. Compliments of the day from the chef. Compliments of the chef to the day. From tomorrow now on, it will be so. What would you like to say?
So, I've been listening to you for, was it 3 or 4 years now? You've been on Talk Radio.
Yes.
I'm self-employed, so I work from home. I listen to you pretty much every day.
I'm so sorry.
No, I love your show.
Thank you.
I listen to you half of my working day, and it's the highlight of my day. And I love you guys. And I just wanted to ring you up and tell you that. Basically.
Hey, nice one, man. Why did you feel the need to tell us that tonight? On a night when you're not listening, it's not a criticism. I just wondered what had happened in the last 20 minutes that made you go, I'm going to pick up the phone and talk.
Boredom, basically.
Why are you bored?
I'm bored of the news. I'm bored of TV. I don't listen to your show live. I like to save your radio show for when I'm working.
And do you listen? You listen to the full 3 hours. It's only 2 hours tonight, so you want to kind of start at 11 when you listen tomorrow. You listen to the full thing, do you, or do you listen to the podcast?
I do every day.
The full thing. Okay.
I work 7 hours a day from home, and I spend half of that listening to you guys, and then the rest listening to music.
Okay.
Every day that you're on.
Well, when you listen to us next, this show, we started about 5 minutes past 11.
I won't be listening to this because I've called you up, so I don't want to listen to myself.
Oh, mate, listen to the first hour. It's a good one. It's a good one tonight.
Okay.
Very rarely I say that.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Basically, the last couple of weeks has been really, really good and really, really funny, and I just think whatever you guys do next, whether you stay on Let's Talk Radio or do something else, I think I just need to tell you
Thank you.
You're brilliant, and you make me laugh, and thank you.
Hey, listen, man, thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say so. I'm going to move on because suddenly the switchboard has gone crazy. Amber, you stay there. I really appreciate that call. Thank you very much. Let's do some of these and we'll go to Amber, who we called out because we're nice people. Line 6, you're on the wireless. No, you're a little bit too slow. Let's go to line 5. 5, you're on the wireless. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
So close. I'm touching your fader. I'm touching your knob, as we'd say in the 90s. I'm touching your knob and about to pull it. Go on.
Right, listen, man. You were singing the Equals earlier on.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Yes. But you were singing the Equals. You weren't singing Eddie Grant. Yeah.
No, I was singing. No. What? Eddie Grant was in the Equals.
Eddie Grant was in the Equals.
Yeah, so I was singing. Yes.
No.
No. I like this guy's style. I like his style.
Listen, bruv.
Yes, sir.
Bruv, right?
Yes, bruv. You ain't no Muslim, bruv.
If you play the Equals version.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember you kept coming in at the wrong point, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
You're not right. No, you're right.
No, I'm right. You kept coming at the wrong time.
Yes, sir. I did.
Play the Eddie Grant 80s version, and you'll come in there exactly.
Oh, baby!
I don't think the version was the thing.
No. Whoa! This guy knows his music.
Believe me, you were playing the Equals version. I've got a record shop.
I know.
I own a record shop. That's what I do for a living.
Oh, you win then. You win then. But I know Iain Lee, and I know he will still not come in on time.
I will come in.
I'm telling you. Right, okay.
I will come in on time. Here we go. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to come in.
Come in, otherwise he's going to open his record shop on you.
Baby Come Back, Eddie Grant. Here we go. Right, here we go. This is it.
80s version.
Here it comes. This. Here we go. Yeah?
Yeah, come on, play it.
Wait for it.
Come back.
Told you.
No, can't do it.
Why don't people take me seriously when I tell them? I was just trying to help.
I'm giggling so much tonight. He was furious.
Yes, he was. He's got a record shop.
I tried my best, buddy. I really tried my best. She knows me so well. Yes, line 3, you're on the wireless. Hello, line 3. That's you.
Hello?
Yes?
Hi, it's Dean.
Hello, Dean.
I called you last night. I don't know whether you remember. My daughter, yes.
Oh, yes, of course, Dean. Of course. How are you feeling today?
I had to go to the loo shortly afterwards, but a friend of mine rang me up and said, "Are you listening to the radio?"
I hope that wasn't me. I hope you're not blaming your... oh, you can't hear me, I remember.
I'd just like to say thank you for your lovely comments yesterday. They're much appreciated.
Oh!
I didn't actually hear them, but my friend did.
You were too busy having a dump.
I just thought I'd need to ring up and say thank you.
Oh, Dean, you can't hear us. Dean, are you a little bit mutton?
Sorry? No, I'm not a little bit mutton. I actually wear double hearing aids, so...
Maybe they need new batteries. They might need new batteries, because you can't hear us very well.
It's the phone, Iain.
Is it? Oh, okay. Listen, Dean, it was our pleasure. Both Catherine and I know a lot of our listeners were really moved by your call.
I appreciate it. And my friend rang me up, as I say, and I just had to ring up and say thank you very much.
No, thank you, mate.
Comment.
Thank you for sharing that with us. You are a good man, and it's nice to talk to good people, and we wish you... How are you feeling today, Dean, the day after?
I'm feeling okay, actually.
Yeah.
I've got to go to her house tomorrow and start sifting through everything. Well, that's going to be a bit tough, I think.
Yeah. Good luck.
But, there's lots of people around to help, and so hopefully it won't be too distraught.
You take a break whenever you need to, because it's tough, that stuff, going through stuff. But I wish you the best of luck.
It is, yeah. And I thought, if I bring everything back to my house, I can sort it at my leisure. Because I don't want to chuck something away that is important to her, you know.
Yeah.
Especially for the children, if the children want it.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So-
important to get it right.
I'll bring it all back to mine. I can do it at my leisure, and we can then put the house on the market, and hopefully raise a bit of money for the children.
Yeah.
You know, and put it into. I'm going to put it into trust fund for them until they're 21, or if they needed to go to university or something like that. You know.
Yeah. You're a good man, Dean. You're doing a good job by those kids and by your daughter. Well done.
I hope I am, and I just, you know, nobody wants to bury their child. No parent wants to bury their child before them. You know what I mean? But I think yesterday was brilliant, and all the comments I've had back and letters that saying how fabulous it was. You know. And I hope we've done a good job, you know. So that's the main thing. That's what it's all about. That's what she wanted. We've done everything she wanted to do, you know. And I thank you guys for the lovely comments, as I say, and Kat and yourself. I'm a new listener to Talk Radio, to be honest with you. I've only been listening for about 6 weeks, but. Your show is the main one I've been listening to, so I left another station to come to listen to.
Which station?
You know. Sorry?
Which station did you leave? We always like to know.
BC, a load of crap. Yeah.
Dean, listen, I'm going to move on, because
I actually named it... the leading Brexit
there you go.
Consortium.
You go. Dean, listen, it's nice to talk to you, my friend. We will speak again soon. Have a peaceful weekend.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kat.
Thank you. What a nice guy. If you missed that call yesterday, that was. I don't need to recap it. As a nice guy. Dignity is the word that springs to mind with Dean. Dignity. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. You all right?
Yeah, can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry, why can't you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, okay. Let's go to, now we called Amber. Let's go to Amber. Good evening, Amber.
Hi.
Hey, Amber, what can we do for you on this momentous evening?
I don't know, I'm kind of in shock. It's kind of a surreal moment, to be honest.
What's surreal? I don't know what surrealism is, but...
I've only been listening for, I think, about 2 weeks.
Oh.
And it's from the weirdest reason, because I play GTA, but I do driving around, nothing bad. And I had Talk Radio on that. So I thought I'd use my Alexa bot to play Talk Radio. And it was about this time. And so pretty much every day I've come in and listened to it and thought, one day I'll phone, but I have no idea how to say anything.
Oh, you don't know what? Hang on. So I like this already. So you're playing GTA, but you're not doing any of the robberies, none of the gangster-based stuff. You're just driving around and looking at the city.
Yeah, I do the taxi thing.
What's the taxi thing?
When you play as one of the characters, you can own the taxi rank, and you can just drive around and be a taxi driver, basically.
Do you ever get someone like pulling your car door open and dragging you out and like kicking you in and stuff?
I have had that a few times.
Wow.
Because, like, you can accidentally... You have a gun out and you don't even realise, so you shoot around, then the cops are on you, and the person that you've just dropped off is like, this is my taxi now.
Wow.
And drive off.
It's all go, isn't it?
For people just tuned in, she's talking about a video game. Don't panic. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. And do you stream it? Because I know that some people stream, like, them sort of doing little scenes and stories and stuff.
I kind of used to a few years ago, like a year and a half, but I tend to leave all that sort of stuff to my brother.
Yeah, okay, so you're just doing it for for a shiz and giggles. I like it. Good for you.
She's just getting some miles under her belt.
Yeah, good for you. Well done. Making the world a better place, one day at a time. So is there anything we can do for you, or you just wanted to phone up and say hello?
Pretty much just say hello. My heart's literally been beating at 1,000 miles a minute since I got on the
Sweet Lord.
since I got a phone call back.
I would get that checked. Well, no, you picked a weird night. Normally, it's a Normally, it's a phone-in show, and you'd phone up and you'd speak to Sam, and he would take your number and call you back. And the phone number is free from most packages, pennies at most, but it costs you maybe 2, 3, 4 pence. But we call you back. But tonight is slightly different, and you're the exception. We don't normally call people back on a straight-to-air night. Tonight is slightly different in that it's just people phone up and we don't ring them back. So, you picked a weird one. But that's the way it goes. But listen, nice to talk to you. I'm going to cut you off now, though.
No, you too.
Thank you very much indeed. Everyone gets cut off. Don't take it personally. Thank you,
we should
Amber.
have asked her the cabbie question. Been busy. When'd you finish?
We can still ask her. She's still there.
Been busy, Amber?
A little bit.
When'd you finish?
Whenever I decide to go to bed.
Thank you very much indeed. This is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Call straight to air. 25 minutes left. And Killer Kellner's in.
You've been ripping up the airwaves.
Ripping up the airwaves. Killer Kellner killed another guy this week. Rumors be told, Killer Kellner killed another guy this week. Killed Nihal from 5 Live.
Because it gave him the snake eye.
He lost the game of poker with Nihal, and he claimed Nihal had those aces up his sleeve, so he goddamn shot the son of a gun. Nihal's dead because of Martin Killer Kellner and a game of cards and a bottle of red eye whiskey. He did actually kill Nihal. Line 2. Careful, son. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
You got to work on that phone line. We can't hear you.
Why are you trying to hear me?
I don't know, mate. I'm not really a phone expert.
Is your mouth near the hole?
You need it.
Hello? Sounds like it's in his pocket or up his backside.
Oh, here we go. Hang on.
Hello?
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 We can't really hear you, mate.
You can't hear me. Hang on. Right. Yeah, can you hear me now?
No. Are you on speakerphone?
No, I turned the speakerphone just on just now because you couldn't hear me.
Don't put it on speakerphone!
Oh, I'm turning it off speakerphone.
Good!
Hang on.
Good!
Everybody call out.
Hello?
What is wrong with your phone? Have you got like an iPhone 7 or something?
I don't know. I don't know.
We can't hear you! Send us a letter. 0344 499 1000 is the address if you want to write to us. Let's go to line 2. You're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian.
Hey, line
Hello,
2.
Ian.
Yeah, what you got?
It's Bill.
Don't care.
From Bromley.
It's not Billy Bullshine, is it?
Yeah.
Call me what you like, mate. You're a hero.
Yeah.
Legend.
Yeah, I heard you. So you're friends with Danny Baker?
Yes, I've met him many times since, we grew up in the Lewisham area. Yes, I've known him really since he really started sort of sniffing glue. Not literally sniffing glue, but the probably about 77, around that time. I remember meeting him around that time, so since then.
Okay. You met him then?
Yeah, massive fan. And obviously you know him well, you've had him on the programme, you picked him up, he's a great guy.
So tell me about this breakdown you had in Hyde Park
mate,
and then in the gym.
Right, okay, mate. To recap, I had a massive sort of domestic with the wife.
And you were destitute?
Offered a freebie from a rich millionaire who I didn't know was a rich millionaire at the Dorchester in London. Wanted to go, she was a bit reluctant, it was all going tits up, big bill. I went expecting a freebie. She didn't want me to go, I had no money, destitute in Hyde Park, breakdown next day in the gym. They've kicked me out of my arse at that gym, by the way, so I've got to find a new gym. And that's pretty much where I am, but I moved to a place.
How did you get back from Hyde Park to go to the gym? Because you'd have had to get changed.
Catherine, dear. No, the breakdown was the day before.
Yeah, but you were destitute, so that's why you were in the park.
Yes, and the next day, for a bit of warmth and shelter, I found my way to my gym. I had to sort of almost forced my way into the own gym because I didn't have one of those little entry clicking things that I got in another way around the back sort of thing. And sort of from their point, it was acted erratically, and I'm sure I was. They couldn't handle it, kicked me out of my arse, got to find a new gym. And that's where we are, Catherine.
Okay.
Hang on, no. So you were stuck in Hyde Park because you couldn't get back because you were destitute?
Yeah, no money, well...
So how did you get to the...
One night.
So how did you get to the gym, which I presume is near your house?
Yeah, I wanted to go out to go to this free meal. She didn't want me to go, so she took away the keys, everything. So I just took 80 quid to get from Bromley South to Hyde, the Park Lane area, expecting my mate to have put me up. Unfortunately, there's a breakdown in communication with him and the Dorchester, so there's no booking, nothing. So I ended up in Hyde Park trying to get home at 1 in the morning. That's the destitute bit for one night temporarily.
Did you sleep in Hyde Park or did you get home?
I got home eventually.
All right.
I think I got a night bus. The funny thing, Catherine, I'm over 60, or actually 60 on October, so I got a freedom pass, but I didn't have it on me. So I had to blag my way onto a bus middle of the night. I got home eventually. But I didn't come straight home. I went to this gym.
Did it cost you £80 to get from Bromley to Hyde Park?
Yeah, by cab, yeah.
Wow.
I think the fare was about 60 odd, so I gave him the £80.
But the millionaire never turned up for the meal at the Dorchester.
No, millionaire didn't. Nothing to do. Millionaire put out my wife's name and my name. So he said, your wife and I don't want to go to Dorchester. I won't be there. So he's put me on the list for some freebie. So I'm expecting the reception to know all about it. He expected the reception to know about it in hindsight, but there was a communication breakdown between his company, that's not the same as his personal name, that I didn't know of, and the invite. So when I get to the desk, they've got no record of me or my personal friend. It just so happened that in hindsight, I found out that it was a corporate name that was given. So there's a big breakdown. No freebie, nothing.
Here we go. Here's the clincher.
Well, mate.
Can I speak to your wife?
She's bed, mate. Fast asleep.
Oh.
Sorry. No, you can't. No.
You can't. Okay.
I will wake her up anyway.
Okay.
But no, she's half asleep, mate. Otherwise,
she's half asleep.
In tight. Yeah, she's quite Asian.
She's quite Asian
on the phone, fighting the life.
I thought she's from Tanzania.
No, she's in bed in Bromley.
She's in bed in Bromley. Okay. Well, I feel. Here's the thing. I feel we're getting clarity on this Billy Bullshine situation.
Yeah, go on.
What have you called in for tonight, Bill?
Oh, just a really big up about Danny Baker or Robbie Vincent. That's the other great hero you had on your show. Again, a guy that comes from my part of the world. I met him. Well, I first met him in early 70s when he did Radio London.
Yep.
The phone-in that he was obviously a pioneer.
Yeah.
So when you did an interview with him, knocked my socks off, mate.
Bill, we like to knock socks off hither and thither. 03444991000. Call straight to air. This is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Right, hello. A great show, isn't it, lad?
Thank you very much.
I've been having thoughts, and I want to share them with you. I want to be one of the first people to catch the coronavirus.
Well, you can't be one of the first because, quite a lot of people have got it, and a significant number of people have died. So
2 people have got it at the moment in Newcastle.
Well, I'm talking about in the world.
I'm talking about over here. And this is my thoughts, right?
Yes.
Because if you catch it first, right, if you're the first to catch it over here, you'll get put in an isolation unit with all the medical help.
And you might die. But yeah, sure sounds like an absolutely brilliant plan. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go to here's the beauty though. If you catch anything in this country and require hospital treatment, they'll put you in a hospital bed. That's the way it works. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
The Vodafone Big Top 40 with Marvin Humes.
Okay, Marvin Humes. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you need to get a bus,
yeah,
and you haven't got the fare,
yeah,
what do you do?
This
is interesting.
Little song and dance number should.
Okay, now let's have the proper answer. Please, don't mind. Thank you.
bus, and I haven't got the fare. You can
This
pay with
could
a card, can't you?
You haven't got any. You're destitute.
Oh no, well that will never happen to me.
No, okay, this could save your daughters' lives.
Why? Why are they there?
If you do not have the means to pay for a bus,
Yes.
what does the bus driver have to do?
Kick you into the gutter.
Okay, okay, fine. Well, I'll tell you, dear listener, if you do not have the means to pay for a bus, the bus driver has to let you ride
Drive.
the bus. Shut up. Shut up.
You know, like if you can't pay for your meal, you
All
have
right,
to wash
let's
up.
get the funnies out. Let's get all the funnies out. Sam, I don't know if you want to do any funnies before we do the serious
Do
thing.
one, go on.
I'm right above my time.
Okay, all right, okay. He's not as sharp as you. Any more? They have to let you ride the bus.
What, on the roof?
There you go.
He's an idiot. You're laughing, you're an idiot. Okay, I might have just saved someone's life. They have to let you ride the bus.
Do the drivers know that? Because some of them are quite mean.
If a driver doesn't know that, you're well within your rights to punch him in the face. No. All right, I joined in. I can't, guys. You guys. You dragged me down to your really stupid, thick level.
Oh, you shouldn't be punching bus drivers. I
No,
just
no,
distance
no, no,
myself
no.
from that comment.
If you haven't got the money, this is true, this is the law. If you haven't got the money to pay for your bus fare,
Yeah.
the bus driver, you give them your name and address, the bus driver has to let you ride the bus. Has to.
And
It's
then what
the law.
happens?
Well, then they're supposed to get in touch with you if you give them the real name and address. You know what I'm saying? You will do. Then they get in touch with you and you pay the fare.
Well, why would anyone ever pay if that were the case?
Okay, well you're broken Britain. I'm responsible Britain. I'm old-fashioned Britain. I'm bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover Britain. I would.
That was
pay.
quite a rubbish Britain because people didn't have eggs.
If people didn't have eggs, how did they make babies? Jeez.
They didn't have men there to make
Exactly,
babies.
they didn't have sperm, but they had eggs. They had too many
Powdered.
eggs.
They were dusty.
Powdered sperm. That's why the baby boomers, the generation born as the war ended, are horrible. They're made from dust. Let's go to...
Hello?
Hello, line one.
Exhibit A.
Hello, is that Iain?
Yes, it is, mate. Welcome.
How you doing? My name is Billy. I've been listening for about 10 months. Great show. You're talking about buses.
I am Billy, yes.
Yeah, I'm a bus driver.
Okay,
have to let
I
them-
have... Can we do a little scene, Billy?
Go for it.
Let's act out a little scene. Where does your bus go to, Billy?
I drive around the city. I'm from Edinburgh. I drive-
Yeah.
Okay.
This won't work because he's a nice bus driver.
Shut up.
They're nice there.
I would like to go to Arthur's Seat, please, bus driver.
I don't go there.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
All right. I would like to go to the Royal Mile, please.
Yeah. Do you have the correct change? This is Edinburgh buses we're talking.
Oh, no. I haven't got any money on me.
Oh, no. Okay. Do you have a bank card?
I haven't got my wallet. I haven't got any money on me. I'm really, really sorry.
This guy's dodgy, Billy. Kick him off.
Shush!
No, but there's cameras. 8 cameras in the bus.
Oh.
What you've got to realise is I have to be on my best behaviour.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have any change. What is the normal procedure in this situation, Drive?
Well, the driver can tap into what is called the driver's discretion, you know?
You're wrong. You're wrong.
I'm wrong. How? Why?
You're wrong. You're wrong, driver. And I'll correct you. Apologies to everyone else on the bus. He's wrong. He's talking about driver's discretion.
We just want to go home.
Shut up. There's no such thing as driver's discretion. By law, I'm afraid, driver, by law, you have to let me on for my own personal safety and let me ride this bus inside. By law. Not to driver's discretion, it's the law. Will you let me ride this bus on the inside, Drive?
Yes.
Thank you very much indeed. There you go.
Only because you're making a scene. He was intimidated
It's
by
the
you.
law.
Such a nice
Safety.
man from Edinburgh.
It's safety. The theory is, and this is absolutely true.
You
okay?
could be someone running away.
You could no. The theory is you could be murdered.
By the bus driver.
Oh, geez,
you're a murderer.
Not all bus.
Yeah, what if you're a murderer?
Well, then that's unfortunate for everyone on the bus, and not all bus drivers are murderers. I have to say that for legal reasons. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Yeah, you reminded me of a bus driver story. One day, I was going to get a bus, and unfortunately it was dark days. Spent a bit too much of my bus money on the old beers. And I got on the bus, and then he said, "That's £2.40, sir." And I looked down, and I only had £1.80. And he said, and I looked dismayed and upset, and he went, "Oh, sorry, sir. You said you're a student, didn't you? So you can get on the bus for £1.80.
Great story.
Kindness.
Thank you very much indeed. Your stories about being an alcoholic? Give us a call now, 0344 499 1000.
I've got a bus driver story.
Okay.
San Francisco Halloween. Me and my sister's housemate. He was dressed as Eddie Munster. I was dressed as a witch.
Dressed as who?
Eddie Munster.
Eddie?
Munster.
It's Eddie Munster, not Eddie Monster.
Eddie Munster.
There's no such thing as Eddie Monster. This is milk. Eddie Monster?
Monster.
Eddie Munster.
Munster.
Munster, not Monster. Eddie Monster.
Eddie Munster.
The Monsters.
Yeah, the Monsters.
Hey guys, quick, come on. The Monsters is on. The what? The Monsters. What's that? You know, it's that old comedy with the guy that Fred Gwynn as like Frankenstein and the granddad is the Oh, you mean the Monsters?
No, Monsters.
What?
The Monsters. Anyway, so we have to get back to the Presidium.
What was the name of the kid that played Eddie Munster?
Don't know.
Butch Patrick.
You win £5.
Thank you very much.
We wanted to get back to the Presidio.
I think it's Presidio.
The bus opens its doors. There's the two of us standing there in the darkness. "Excuse me, does this bus go to the Presidio?" Do you know what her response was?
Get off my bus, you goddamn piece of trash.
Almost. Get on the effing bus.
Wow, and that's San Francisco, which is very gay-friendly. It is. It's a very gay-friendly city.
Yeah. We got on the effing bus.
Wow.
That's the end of the story.
Wow.
How rude, though, eh?
Turns out, do you know what? I'm going to stop the bus stories, because literally every bus story we've heard tonight, that one,
do you remember when you
are really boring.
Do you remember when you wouldn't move out of the way of the bus?
Yes, I do.
Tell us that story. That's a funny one.
There's a bus driver who took it. Well, I have two stories.
Did he dislike you because you had that argument that you just had with Bill?
There are two stories. Well, the bus driver on the 134 took a dislike to me, so much so that one day I put my arm out. It was two lanes, and he was in the bus lane. I put my arm out, and he went out into the second lane to avoid picking me up. So I went and stood in front of his bus and started taking pictures of him. He covered his face, literally in front of the bus, right? And he covered his face. So I'm stood there, and he's going, "Get out of the way." I said, No, I'm not. Let me on the bus. He said, "No, I'm not." I said, "Right, well, I'm not going there." When they 5-6 minutes, me just stood there, and then I heard a voice going, "Ian, is that you?" And I turned around, it was my wife. And she was going home from work, and she said, "I'll see you at home in 5 minutes, okay?" Okay. And I stood there for another 30 seconds, and I went, I was kidnapped by a bus driver once.
Oh, dear. Go on.
Very similar incident. The guy wouldn't let me on the bus. I don't know why. Same route, 134, different bus driver.
Words got around.
Guy wouldn't let me on the bus. So I ran after the bus. At the next set of traffic lights, I pushed the button to open the door. He pushed it closed. I pushed the button to open the door. He pushed it closed.
Why?
I walked away. He grabbed the steering wheel. Then I pushed the button to open the door and I jumped on.
The old double bluff.
And he said, "We're not moving."
Wow.
I said, "I'm not moving." Sat down. "We're not moving." 5 minutes standoff. There were other people on the bus.
What were they doing? Nothing. Tutting.
Getting not very happy.
But in a London
Then
one.
he said, "Right, everybody off the bus. This bus is terminating here." I went, "I'm not getting off."
Do you think it was a trick? If you got off, he would just...
Yeah.
And off he'd go.
So I'm not getting off. Everybody else got off. So it's just me and him on the bus, right? Doors shut. Sat there. 5 minutes. Me and him on the bus.
Do you realise what a ridiculous person you are?
No. I'm right.
What were you? You're in your 30s at this point.
Yeah, I was about 33, 34. I was a celebrity at this point. I was famous.
Oh, my God. Well, he
Imagine
wasn't
the story
a fan.
that bus driver tells.
Then
I would love to hear it.
Then the bus started driving, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he started driving fast.
Wow.
Then he wouldn't stop at my stop. I rang the bell, he wouldn't stop the bus. And he kept going, got to the next stop, rang the bell, wouldn't stop the bus. So then I phoned up the bus company and I said, I am being kidnapped. It's a true story. I am being kidnapped by a bus driver who will not let me off the bus. And they're going, what bus is it? And I said, it's the 134 from Muswell Hill to Camden. And he was driving very, very fast. Wow. And then we got to traffic lights and I pushed the button, opened the door and I went, up yours, you old winker. Wow. And I jumped off the bus.
Who won that?
I would say I did. I would say I did.
I don't think it was the shining hour for either of you, if I'm honest.
I got to where I wanted to go and a little bit further. He kidnapped me, Martin. A bus driver kidnapped me.
I heard you. It's outrageous.
Isn't it? Awful behaviour, really.
Dearie me.
Awful behaviour. I will not be bossed around by bus drivers. I will not do it. I will not do it. And so...
they don't like it, turns out.
They don't like it up 'em, do they? They don't like it up 'em. So, happy Brexit, Martin.
Thank you very much indeed.
I forgot to bring a card.
An aura of celebration around the place. It's unbelievable.
It's great.
I can't believe balloons going, party poppers. I was in a Chinese restaurant once, without a word of a lie.
Here we go.
Basically, they must have been doing some sort
Can you tell this story in 2020?
Yep,
Okay.
I can tell the story. How long have I got?
You got until 58:30.
58:30, brilliant. Right, they were running some sort of fiddle with the receipts, right? So they wanted the receipt that they write all the stuff on back, and if you want another receipt, they'll give you another receipt. But they don't want you to take the receipt that they've given you.
Okay.
So I don't know what fiddle they were, but it was something anyway, basically. And there was a guy at a table about 2 or 3 tables away from us, and he tried to take the receipt, and the waiter tried to get it back off him. And he said, no, I want this receipt. And he tried to take it back off him. And this guy, a full argument broke out, and all the waiters in the restaurant surrounded this guy. And the guy said, well, I'm phoning the police. I'm phoning the police. And without a word of a lie, he phoned the police. And we're all watching this, absolutely rapt with attention. He phoned the police and said, hello, I'm being held hostage in a Chinese restaurant.
Yes!
Which is what I always say when we get the fortune cookies and we open them and say, I'm being held hostage. And he actually said it.
Wow.
First time I've ever said, I'm being held hostage in a Chinese restaurant.
Did the police come, the SWAT team turn up?
No, I think that the police...
Wow.
The receipts division were busy.
Monday's show. Where have you been kidnapped? Who's kidnapped you and where have you been held hostage? That is Monday's show. Remind me to do that, because that is great. We'll do. I tell you what we'll do as well. And it's always a great phone in. Where have you been barred from, or where have you barred yourself from? When I lived in Muswell Hill, there were so many places. When my girlfriend, who then became my wife, moved there, we walked past a cafe. I go, no, we can't go in that one. Can't go in that shop. She goes, why can't we go in there? I said, well, because I've banned myself, because I've basically caused a scene in there at some point where the customer service had not been good enough, and I'd stood there and said, I'm not leaving until we get this sorted.
And you had to leave.
Then we had to leave and never go back in there.
Dear.
So, what's in your show tonight?
Oh, yeah, well, we've got a guy called Terry George who's brilliant. He's described as a millionaire entrepreneur, which he is. But he was at he went into a ballot to get a seat as a floor filler. And you know the old thing about floor fillers at awards ceremonies? You know that? There was a whole Seinfeld episode about it. They hire people so that if the actual stars go off to the toilet or whatever, so it always looks full when the TV shoots it. So he and he was sitting next to Billie Eilish, and he was a floor filler
Grammys?
At the Grammys, yeah.
Flippin'
and he'll be telling us all about it on the show.
That's an incredible story.
It's a brilliant story.
Well, we'll
isn't
have
it?
some of that. All right, but that's
it's very rare. I
know you've got something good on your show. This is outrageous.
It's unbelievable.
Martin is up next. We'll be back on Monday. Have a nice weekend. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.